Hello, everybody. How's it going? And welcome back to Fascist Nova Scotia with all states independent in Hearts of Iron 4. We are still beginning our journey, pardon me, across North America, probably South America too. And yeah, we want to take it all. I want to take it all over. And yeah, so far nothing's been really aggressive. What's Utah up to? I don't know. They're looking pretty shady. Some places have started to get some factories and stuff going, so they'll probably start producing some militaries and stuff soonish. Once they really start to kind of go down those trees and stuff, they'll be hopefully producing some militaries and stuff later on. But for the time being, we have the strongest military, at least on the continent, so we're looking at expanding before somebody else decides to try and take our crown from us, as it were. And we are justifying right now on New England, 205 days, so October of this year. So it's going to take some friggin' damn long time. The only thing I hate about the justifications and stuff in this game, it's like, come on now, like, just send them an ultimatum, tell them we're coming, and then just show up. So my plan is to take New England and then go north to St. Lawrence and then take Quebec and Labrador so that we control pretty much the entire East Coast with the exception of like Newfoundland, but I'm not too concerned about Newfoundland if I'm honest. We'll naval invade them at some point probably, but not today, not tomorrow, and definitely not the next day. So yeah, that's kind of my plan, is just to control the entire East Coast of Canada. We take New England, St. Lawrence, Quebec, and Labrador, and then we will decide from there kind of where we want to go, whether I want to take all of Canada over first and then go south into the US, or whether I want to kind of take the eastern seaboard and then move west. I don't really know what I want to do yet, but we will soon find out for sure. So now if we unpause it, it's going to go back to lagging like hell and being agonizingly slow. Gosh darn it. What do we have for decisions? Improve working conditions, promises of peace. I don't really want to promise peace. Our stability isn't too bad. It's 49%. Our war support is fucking through the roof, but I think that's partly because we're fascist. We could improve worker conditions. That will down our factory output, but it does help stability. That's 180 days. I mean, 49% stability. We have a pretty big army, so I think we're just going to do that one and just kind of help. We're just going to help our stability out a little bit. Hopefully get, 55, 60%. I know we're on low. I understand. I could up from volunteer only to limited, and I might do that later, but I'm not too concerned about it, if I'm honest. There's really not too much point in doing it, at least not right away. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with this, and we will... yeah, I'll probably do the episode like I did last time, because it's, pretty laggy to kind of watch, and really all I'm doing now is expanding on my stuff, so we'll wait till we see a little war going on. Yeah, I'm thinking about, we're doing a lot of wars, so we should probably get a field marshal going on. I did click. Oh, I selected that army. There we go. Now, we have Alex White there in charge, so we need a new commander. Oops, I just bought two. We've got Mr. John Walker, who does have a negative division recovery rate, but does have a +1 attack. And we've got Mr. Marcus, who has fuck all. So, yeah, I think we'll do Marcus, because I don't really want the attrition or the recovery rate to be down. So we're going to go with Mr. Marcus Wilson, who does have a +5% attack, defense, planning speed, 2% max planning, and a negative 2.5% supply consumption. Which is still pretty good for having nothing at all. So we're going to have to promote him. Congratulations, Field Marshal Marcus Wilson. Oh, what did he get? Oh, okay, -1. Can we add a new trait? Oh, hey. Organization loss when moving, not as good. Max entrenchment, we don't really need that. We don't need reinforcement. Recovery rate of 10% might be nice. Parent trait must be unlocked. Of course it does. Panzer leader. Experience. Okay, so once he gets experience, he'll get infantry leader at some point because he's leading infantry. which would be nice to have. But I think we'll do charismatic for now. Yeah, we'll put that as one of his traits for the time being, because that'll help division recovery, and yeah, it just makes sense. So there we go. Field Marshal Marcus Wilson, welcome to the fray. And now we need to do, so I'm gonna do equipment effort here, and we'll do that. Now, as we start to get some more military factories on the go, so we've got 4 right now producing stuff. I think the next couple I'm going to actually go and produce some aircraft. I think that might be a good idea. Some bombers, maybe. Pardon me. It'll help if once we start facing some foes that start to actually build up a bit of a military, we'll actually have a little bit of an easier time with that. But yeah, Nova Scotia is doing quite well. I wish there was some way I could put the Nova Scotian flag instead of this black flag, though. It's very crappy black flag. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But yeah, now we're just still waiting for October to come around. So I'm gonna pause it again. Now that we have our Field Marshal Marcus Wilson, we're fully ready for battle now. I like how they have, before I pause, New England sucks at actually equipping its stuff, and St. Lawrence is just having that guy go through attrition right now. So he's either, oh, they're training. I see. Okay, I was like, he's either just going through attrition because he sucks, or they're doing some training and he's doing some training. So okay, that makes some sense. He's trying to get ready for when I eventually show up. So good for him. Good for him. All right, we've got our justification. We are going to go in to war. Wait, what? Guaranteed by Newfoundland. Are we going to get invaded by the Newfies? Oh, we might have to actually just naval invade Newfoundland. Oh, man. Oh, well. If that's the case, that's the case. That's fine. Yep, Newfoundland is now our enemy. I hope they navally invade us, because then we can just kind of kill off their one guy, you know. So we've got our invading forces here in the north. They're going to fight that guy there. These 4 guys are going to head south, though, which is good. The thing is neither of us have a navy, so it's just a couple of convoys going to Newfoundland. Newfoundland, I assume, just has the one. Oh, they actually have 3 divisions. No way. So they are guaranteeing New England, and they're improving relations with the Balearic Islands as well as the Gilbert Islands. So that's actually quite interesting. So we've got Newfoundland with 3 divisions declaring war on us due to us declaring war on New England. That's actually quite interesting. They are democratic as hell. Wowie. So they've got 3 divisions that we now have to be kind of worried about. So what I'm going to do, actually... So they're producing a convoy a week. I'm actually going to change that. Oh, we can't. Fuck. We don't have any researched battleships or anything at all. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, that's something we're going to have to worry about. I'm going to have him come in behind this guy here. We're going to surround New England's 1 unit and kill him off quickly so we can end the war with New England fast. I'm hoping that if we kill New England, it'll go into a peace deal and Newfoundland will just vie out. I'm really hoping that's the case. Newfoundland is the more powerful of the 2, though, so it technically could go either way. But we will very soon see how that's going to go. Because my troops are starting to flood into New England, and this guy here is about to walk in here to surround this guy. So he's really got no escape once this guy hurries the fuck up and waddles the hell in there. It was already slow, and now it's even more slow because we're at war. So, yeah, I apologize for the lag, but apparently my computer just does not like it. Come on, walk in there already. Surround this guy. Kill him off. God fucking damn. There we go. Now we'll just conquer at this point. He has nowhere to go. I'm going to go in there, and with that 1 unit, we'll be able to wipe him right out. So, there you go. I'm wondering if the Newfies have plans to invade me yet. That's my question. kind of curious whether they do or not. I'm also waiting 25 days for an interwar bomber, which I want to start to produce. So I think a bomber would be good for us. So there we go. We've killed him off. So the casualties now 9,000 for New England, less than 600 for me. So we just killed off 9,000 New England men. And very brave men. Rest in peace, all of you. You poor sons of bitches. So it's New England and Newfoundland here. So 0 divisions with 3 divisions here. So they actually have 5 total factories. So that's probably how they have the 3 divisions. So we're starting to see some of these nations actually buff themselves up a little bit, which is interesting. I was wondering when that was going to happen, and I knew that these long war decks were going to definitely hurt us in that regard. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. So he's headed down that direction there. I want him to head down into there. It's going to take him a little bit longer, but it's fine. So I want to end this war before Newfoundland lands on my shores. I want to be able to end it. We don't really have anything to change, so we'll pass on that one. Our war, offensive war, 20%. World tension plus 21%. Of course, because we're in an offensive war. Our stability has dropped to 33% because we're at war, of course. Effects from recurrent stability, minus 16% factory. Really? Well, that's very disappointing. Hopefully we can end this war quickly then. We declared it on the 7th of October. It's now the 22nd of October. So hopefully we can figure this out fast. So New England still hasn't upped its factory. So we're going to get 3 docks out of them, 1 military factory, and 3 civilians. So that's not too bad. So they've gone construction effort to up their civilian factory, which is pretty smart. But at this point, almost 1940, you should really be focusing on military at this point. St. Lawrence they now have at least 2 divisions, which is interesting. I think that is all they have. Yeah, 2 divisions, but they have 2 factories now. So that war is actually going to take a little bit longer to fight now because of that. This is why I wanted to get out of New Brunswick quickly before they started, producing units. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting for them to take over New England. There's really nothing else now. I'm just wondering if New England's going to force a peace deal and Newfoundland's going to back out, or because Newfoundland had the more divisions and was tougher, are they going to stay in the war, and now we've got to figure out how to navally invade Newfoundland. I'm not looking forward to that. They've only got 1 port in St. John's, and I guarantee you all 3 of their units are there. So, yay. I'm surprised they're not guaranteeing Labrador. Oh, they're fascist. That's why they're not guaranteeing Labrador. That's hilarious. We could actually create a faction with them. We don't have the national spirit to create factions because I haven't gone down that tree yet. But I actually should. A faction with Labrador would be fucking hilarious. Oh, Quebec's also fascist. Is St. Lawrence fascist? They're not aligned, so they're worth invading. We could create a hilarious faction with Labrador rather than take them over, though. I think I might just do that, honestly. We're pretty close to equipment effort, too, there, so I'm going to go down that radical tree and just have that be done. So we can have Nova Scotia and Labrador. How are you communist? Okay. Fucking weirdos. God. Fine. Okay, so we took New England. I'm going to take Boston. That should make them capitulate if we take over Boston. Come on, New England. Give up. It's all over now. You don't have to suffer anymore. Come on now, Jesus Christ. It's so slow. It's so damn slow. I wish Europe would tear itself apart. To make it less slow, because that would make it a little less slow, is tearing them apart. So we took Boston. How close are they to capitulating? Really? Wow, there's still quite a ways. Okay, well, let's take this other port from them. Oh, good. We researched something. I now want to research. We'll just do destroyers. That's fine. I just need a boat in the fucking water. We'll continue with convoys for now, and then we will do what we can do later. Yeah, that's all the dockyards. So New England is still... Oh, they've actually produced another unit. Oh my. Okay. Oh me, oh my. So we're going to have to fight this fucker, or unless this is a Newfoundland unit. No, it's New England, so they did produce another unit. So we're fighting him. That's what we're kind of doing here. If we can cut him off from the port, he's going to take attrition. Because there's no towns and stuff in behind there. So he's going to take attrition at some point. They're not as well equipped or organized as my units here, so I'm going to... We'll have him go south and take care of that as well. He's headed that way, so he's... Oh, yeah, they're trying to cut him off at the pass there. So they're completely cutting them off. Yeah, New England's not going to... They're going to take a lot more casualties out of this. Because he's not going to survive against 3 of my divisions. It's just not going to happen. Come on, kick his ass. So close. Pew pew. You move south. May as well move that way. We got New York there, who's looking a little bit nervous. How many units do they even have? New York, I would see as a... They have 3. I'd see as a stronger contender, that's for sure. I'm going to add a few divisions to that. Just to mark up our pace here. I don't want to get behind. We have a pretty solid big army right now, but I really don't want to get behind. So where is he going to retreat to? Because we're headed to that dock. Is he going to retreat towards Cape Cod, or is he going to retreat back towards New York? Because he's got to go one of the 2 ways. He can't stay there. There we go. Give it all to me. Done and done. Oh, so we are still at war with Newfoundland. Newfoundland is not going to back out of that one, so that's a separate... That's a separate deal. Oh, they got 4 factories now, though. We have 12 divisions in that one unit husk, so that's going to be a bit of a problem overall. And they do have a dock, don't they? So they could be ahead of us. Yeah, they've got 3, so they could be ahead of us in... Oh, they're not, though. They don't have any... They have no Navy forces at all. Not a one. Such a pity. Well, we've researched our bombers, so I'm going to go with tactical bomber here, and now we can produce a few of those bombers. We got 1 a month. All right, it'll increase as we go. I'm not interested in that. Industrial land appropriation. What does that do? Game-based war support, game-based stability. That's a building slot. Oh. But my stability and war support's already pretty low. Alright, whatever, we'll do it. Okay, so I want to get ideological fanaticism so I can create factions. That's something I want to do. So we're at war with Newfoundland, who's got 4 divisions now, probably. Did they up it? Oh, okay, yeah, they've got 4. Yay. So, I mean, we could try to invade them navally, or we could ignore them for the time being. Although it looks like... It looks like we could invade them through Quebec. Interesting. Invade them through Quebec. It looks like we can. I think we can. If that's the case, we could get Quebec into a faction with us, along with Labrador here, who's got... Oh, they're actually upping divisions as well. Does Quebec have any divisions? Oh, they do too. Fuck. Okay. Alright, so people are just getting divisions at this point. So I'm thinking actually forming a faction is probably a smart idea. I'm going to pause it here. We're going to justify our war goal on St. Lawrence. 160 days, so it's actually taking a lot less time than before. Because if we can get through St. Lawrence and buddy up with Quebec and Labrador, then we can invade Newfoundland. It looks like by this northern corridor. It looks like we can get across there. So we can actually take Newfoundland out, which would be fantastic. And we'd have some buddies to help us along in our pursuit of unjust hell. An offensive line for that. I really just want to go into there for that. There we go. Alright, so we're going to justify our invasion of St. Lawrence, and we're going to form up a faction once we research ideological fanaticism with Quebec and Labrador. So we're going to have the East Coast faction, essentially. Alright, we've done it. We're able now to create a faction. We're going to firstly invite Quebec. Like, I can't believe that. I mean, we have Acadians in Nova Scotia. There's some French there. We're all right. We're just going to, what are we going to call it? East Coast Ballers. Wait, no. You want to know what? The episode's pretty much over. I'll be honest. So, leave a comment with Quebec and Labrador, and they're probably going to be the only ones that ever join. Maybe one, maybe like Greenland or something. Maybe some European nations, just cause. What should we name this faction? And you know what? I'm gonna end the video right here. Next episode, excuse me, one of your suggestions will be the new faction name with Labrador, Quebec, and myself. We're going to go to war against St. Lawrence. We're going to finish up, hopefully, our war with Newfoundland, and we're going to look as a faction to expand more into Canada, most likely. I'm going to go through Southern Ontario. Probably take New York first, and then go through Southern Ontario. But we'll see, because we will have the Quebec line here, because we can use that if they're in our faction. So yes, leave a comment down below of what you think the faction should be called between Nova Scotia, Quebec, and Labrador. Fascist nations on the east coast of Canada, somewhat United States now, because I kind of stole it. What should we be named? Leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time. Peace.